If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to my people that's been rocking with me, all 137 of y'all, I appreciate it. But we're about to get into episode 4 of season 6 of Belle Collective. So y'all, let's get into it. So we starting this episode off back at the party, at Latrice's party, and Lateshia is talking to Amanda and trying to figure out what's going on with her and Glen. Lateshia shows Amanda these messages like DMs, and y'all, they are from 2023. And I know some of y'all don't agree because Glen is a cheater, and y'all feel like Lateshia should know her worth. And well, I feel the same. I'm the type of person where if somebody want to stay with their cheating ass partner, that's their business. Like, who am I to tell you to leave? If that's who you really love and you cool with what's going on, then do your thing, baby. But the messages that Amanda showed her was from 2023. And my issue with this, and I keep saying it, I've been saying it, Amanda's whole plan is just to humiliate Lateshia. She don't like her, and she want to humiliate her and want, oh, I can take your man. Because if he was recently contacting you and saying all this stuff like you say, then show me some stuff from 2025. Lateshia said that she already seen it. She already know what it is. And then the fact that you gonna tell Lateshia that, oh, I could have your man yesterday if I really wanted him. It sounds like I keep saying it, and I am not on Glen's side. Like, Glen still is a hot ass mess, but it sounds like Glen wasn't really going for real, or she found out that Glen wasn't fit to leave Lateshia and she feel away. Or, like I said, it could be just strictly to humiliate her. Now, everybody's saying that Lateshia shouldn't feel a certain way about Latrice, but with that being Latrice's best friend, you gonna automatically feel some way. I know some of y'all are being unrealistic because this is a TV show and it's not you in the situation. But if I was to put myself in these shoes, first of all, why the questions to your game are that specific if you didn't want this to come out? Then you got your stud date or whatever chiming in, saying she seen the DMs and the bullshit. Like, it's a lot. Like, to me, this was premeditated. This was planned. Them questions was in there. Definitely they wasn't in there by coincidence. And at the end of the day, like I keep saying, if Lateshia, like Lateshia Scott, want to stay with they man, baby, it is what it is. I don't understand. This is the stuff that I don't like about reality TV. It's like they always want to break somebody up. If a person, a woman or man is cool with their spouse cheating, stepping out, you never know what they have. What they have going on in their relationship, what they have agreed to, and none of that. But if they are cool with it, why keep trying to bring it up and keep beating a dead horse? My thing with this is, if you was really trying to be intentional and really looking out for Lateshia's best interest, you would have did this off camera. But no, you waited till them cameras started rolling and you wanted to try to make your mark, humiliate her, and think you gonna be the big dog and come in here with the bullshit, and you ain't even showing us nothing from 2025. Like, girl, please be fucking for real. Amanda is saying that, Glen recently did hit her up in February of this year, 2025, but it really wasn't nothing, obviously, because she don't really have no receipts about it. Then not only that, Lateshia is asking Amanda, what's the issue? Tell me what happened. And she like, oh, ask your husband. And it's the shit that make me side-eye bitches like this, because you came to me with the bullshit. So you wanted me to know, obviously, right? So when I'm asking you, don't tell me to ask my husband, because you came to me. If it was a situation where it was the other way around, where I was coming to you, then I could, I could see why you would say ask your husband. But if it's a situation where you want to clearly bring it up that my husband wants you and that he's still cheating on me and whatever the case is, then let me know what it is. Did y'all peep Cliff telling Glen, just chill. They gonna think you're guilty. Just chill. Cliff, Papa, stay out of it. But this is the shit that I be saying. Like I said, I am not on Glen's side. I do think Glen is full of shit. But Amanda's intentions weren't pure. She was not looking out for Lateshia's best interest. Like, let's be clear here, y'all. I don't see how y'all can't see that. And especially, my thing is, I can see if Amanda and Lateshia didn't know each other, that's different. But with Lateshia kept saying, we cool, I fuck with you, we fuck with each other. No, Lateshia, she don't fuck with you. Like, I'm sorry, and I haven't been a big Lateshia fan, but Amanda do not fuck with you, girl, and this is why y'all are in this situation. So, come to find out, Lateshia basically asked, did y'all have sex? They didn't have sex. They both agreed that they didn't have sex, but Glen said it was a dance, but he ain't fuck nothing, he ain't take nothing home, he ain't do none of that. And Amanda didn't really say much. She just walked off. So my thing is, if it really was something, Amanda, this was your time to shine, because you brought the situation to the group. You know what I'm saying? You wanted this. You started this. And with Latrice trying to chime in saying how, you know, she didn't know how this question got there. And it's like, I like Latrice. I have been a fan of Latrice, but in this situation, I'm side-eyeing Latrice. And don't get me wrong, I know they have done stuff to Latrice in the past, and a lot of y'all like, well, this is Latrice's get back. But at the same time, Latrice, you dealing with Cliff. Amanda, you got divorced because whoever, the lady that you was with, was cheating on you. Like, y'all all know how it feels to be, you know, played on and messed around on, and how it feels to be hurt. So why would y'all want to humiliate her on national television? I guess because they said Cliff was beating beating Latrice, so they had to get her back. I don't know. But this was a low blow. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't get with it. Especially, like, if we supposed to be cool, you supposed to be my friend. You entertained Glen. At the end of the day, no matter if Glen, like, I'm going to keep saying this, I've been saying this, no matter if Glen slid in your inbox, you entertained him. It was a simple thing as, Glen, we not doing this. I'm telling Lateshia. Or ignore him. But no, you entertained him. And that's why I can't help but think Amanda feel away, because she think that she looked better than Lateshia, and oh, if she wanted Glen, she could have him, and Glen ain't go for real. Like, he a man, and he full of shit, so he probably will fuck. But he wasn't leaving Lateshia, and I think Amanda feel a way about that. Y'all better read between the lines. I'm just keep saying it. I am not on Glen's side. I do think Lateshia can do better at this point. But hell, they've been together 30 years. If she want to keep working it out with her man, that's her damn business. But we not going to excuse the bullshit from Amanda. Kerri and Marie decide to go check on Lateshia. And of course, Lateshia is not in the greatest mood, because she's been dealing with Glen and his infidelity, and at this point, she just thought they were in a good space, and she feel bad because it's like we not in a good space, and shit, are we ever gonna get there? She probably, you know, don't wanna she don't want to leave her man, because of course they've been together for so long, but she may know that she need to. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to tell nobody to leave or not leave. Do I think she should stay? Hell no. But that ain't for me to tell her, because you only know when you're done. You know what you've been dealing with. And so Marie is basically like, Latrice is a snake, and she been telling her she's a snake. And let's be clear, like I said, Latrice, they have all done stuff on this show. Lateshia too. None of them are exempt. But Latrice, I'm sorry, y'all. I think Latrice knew. Can't nobody say Latrice didn't know. And the reason why I say this, because Amanda is her best friend. And if you know somebody that y'all are really, really best friends, if y'all are really close, and this started in 2023, you mean to tell me you ain't mentioned this? Let's be clear. Unless the only reason why I could see you didn't mention it to Latrice is because you was in fact entertaining Glen. Or you was in fact going to mess with Glen, or did, or whatever the case is. Like, you had those intentions and you didn't want Latrice to say anything. But if those weren't the intentions and you was just doing it for whatever reason, then you did it. Like, you are on this show now because Latrice bought you on the show. I'm sorry, y'all. And I keep saying, I I like Latrice, but that was some fake ass shit. That's some bullshit, and I'ma call it out every time. When you do fuck shit, I'ma say you doing fuck shit, and that's fuck shit. And this is why I don't be, when everybody be, I'm a girl's girl, I'm a girl's girl. This is why I kind of hate the terms, and I hate when y'all come up with these terms, because bitches really be flawed for real. And it's just some stuff that I don't rock with. And this is one of those things, because no matter how y'all try to flip it, it happened at Latrice's house. The questions came from, you know, the Latrice's party. Like, all of this looked like a setup, whether y'all feel it's one or not, whether y'all feel like they done Latrice wrong in the past or not. This was a setup. But my thing is, if it was because they did Latrice wrong, then Latrice, stand on your own. Do your dirt on your own. Don't have somebody else come on here and do it and look like a thirsty fool, because at the same time, you look like a fool. I'm sorry. Amanda, you not even in a relationship. You at the couples party. You didn't found you a date so you can go to the couples party, because Latrice said you didn't want Tamara there because you didn't know if the mom was gonna show up and all this and that. But you got Amanda here and she ain't in no relationship. She didn't brought a date. So to stir up the drama, y'all gotta read between the lines. Like, I try not to pick sides and stuff, but I just try to come with stuff from the angle of who's right and who's wrong. And I just feel like they was wrong in this situation. And yeah, Lateshia, we know she not leaving Glen, and that's okay. If you want to stay with your man, bitch, do your damn thing. That's your business. Like, you the fool, not me. And so, that's the part I'm not getting. I feel like both Amanda and Glen both played in Lateshia's face. I feel like Amanda wanted to get chose, and when she didn't, she felt the way. I feel like Amanda low-key is doing Latrice dirty work. And I am not a huge fan of Lateshia. I don't like I always say, I don't like to say I dislike these ladies because I don't know them in real life. But, you know, it's shit that they all do that make me like, okay. But this is why I don't be quick to call people sisters and all this and that, because of this shit right here. And this is why I said the whole girls term, because Tisha kept saying, every time I see you, we fuck with each other, this, that. And Amanda is agreeing, saying she respects her and this and that, but the whole time you entertaining her men. And I don't care how y'all feel it. All three of them would have got my wrath. Latrice, Glen, and Amanda. I would have got on all three of their ass, because I don't give a fuck what happened. Y'all not fit to make me look like no damn fool on TV. But then some of y'all might say Lateshia got what she deserved. But at the end of the day, my thing is, if that's how Latrice felt, then she stand on this shit and pump your chest, Latrice. Don't have your girl do your dirty work. But at the end of the day, I feel like Amanda low-key liked Glen. And when she seen Glen wasn't going for real, she felt the way. And they wanted to air it out on the TV to humiliate Lateshia, because they don't fuck with her for real. That's it. That's all. We see Latrice and her friend Amanda. And Latrice is like, things with with Cliff has gotten worse. And you know, but they gonna work out. And it's the shit that I be talking about. Y'all so worried about Lateshia and what her and Glen got going on that you don't even know if shit ain't even sweet in your household. You see what I'm saying? And that's the shit that I do that's why I side-eye some women, because y'all rather air out her dirty laundry. Basically, to me, it's looking like to deflect from what you really got going on. So we ain't got to talk about your shit for real on the show. I don't know. We may see later on if there's something, but that's kind of what it's looking like. And did y'all peep when Amanda said, well, I ain't did nothing to Lateshia that ain't been going on, that she ain't been used to? If y'all don't see the bullshit in this, I'm telling you, y'all not my type of women then, because ain't no motherfucking way. You said she used to this shit, so basically she shouldn't be mad at me. I'm used to it. I just entertained him because he always doing it. That's like what you said in a nutshell. And you think she should be cool with it? This is somebody that you're calling your friend, and you saying y'all cool and you have respect for her. but you entertained her man. Oh, Glen sent the first DM. We wouldn't be in this situation if he didn't DM me first. I don't give a fuck if he DM'd you 30 times. You did not have to respond. Or you know what you could have did? Better yet, if you respected Lateshia the way you claim you did, you could have told her. When he DM'd you, you could have DM'd Lateshia and told her. Or better yet, you could have screenshotted the DM and sent it to Lateshia. You could have not answered him at all, but no, you entertained him because you wanted to. And it's not a flex that you've been entertaining this man since 2023. And we are in 2025, and he's still with his wife. That's the real tea that y'all are missing. She's salty about that because she thinks she feel like in her head she looks so much better than Lateshia. Glen, ain't no telling what the hell he was saying to her that made her feel like, oh, you know, she better than his wife and she this and she that, and Glen ain't leaving Lateshia. It's gonna take Lateshia actually leaving Glen before they break up for real. Let's just call a spade a spade. And Amanda feel a way about that. Not only that, Amanda said that back in February when Glen tried to come on to her again, he had his arm around her waist, and Javon, or whatever her name is, her date, seen it and was mad about that. Why you didn't say that just at the party? That Lateshia asked you, okay, you said that he tried to talk to you back in February, but you didn't say what happened. Now, all of a sudden, he had his arms around your waist, but you ain't say shit. And Latrice, now, she's saying she feel bad, which I ain't gonna say I ain't even fit to get into that. But I feel like she do, I don't think she really feel bad for real. I think she feel a certain type of way now because Cliff on her ass, because Glen is mad. We know Cliff love Glen. And he probably on Latrice's ass because he's like, now, why the fuck would Mandy do that? And, Latrice is saying that her team wrote all the questions. Like, your team ain't just thought of all these questions. Like, these are questions somebody used to say it was cool. And with that being your team, you not gonna overlook the questions. Like, be fucking for real. You probably submitted the questions to them, but of course your team is gonna take the route. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't see how y'all don't see this. It's all a setup and pure bullshit. And Amanda mad because she thought Glen was going, and Glen ain't going for real, for real. Like, he gonna do his thing. His ass is cheating on Lateshia. We've seen that. But he ain't leaving Lateshia, and it's a big difference. And Amanda, you've been talking to him since 2023. Like, girl, obviously you're in your feelings because you ain't the big dog that you think you are. We see Kerri go surprise her man at work, and he's helping an athlete train. You know, he speak about how it's harder for black men to get in the baseball league. So, which, you know, we know that. It was good to see him in his element. Kerri goes and she brings him a smoothie, and, you know, she's basically they're just kind of having conversation. Kerri brings up, you know, she didn't like what happened at the party. We learned that her husband reached out to Glen, and she like, oh, so you slid in his DMs too? Which I thought that was a little funny moment. And so he was like, you know, I was just checking on him. You know, he tried to stay out of everybody's business, which I like that. Like, don't get too messy now. That's Glen's fucking problem. And he just like, you know, he was just trying to make sure he was good. Kerri was like, you know, she looked at other people's problems and she like, dang, well, I'm happy we don't have those issues. And which I get it, you know, when you're in a relationship, and especially when y'all been together for a minute, stuff just happens. Her husband did say, yeah, but we all got flaws, which I love that. I love that response, because at the end of the day, y'all issues may not be the same, but y'all still got them. So, you know, it may not be a cheating issue at that point, but I'm pretty sure y'all been through it, because later on in the show, she kind of alluded to some things. But yeah, she just going to meet with her husband. They're talking about how they want to get on the same page, and how, you know, that she felt like sometimes he don't have time for her, the kids, and he's saying, you know, sometimes when all four of them are in his ear, he kind of tunes them out, which at first I thought maybe the situation that they were having was because his time was spent more with the kids, and now Kerri was out doing her thing. But it looked like they're just having communication issues because they work so much, and you know, they're not crossing paths like that. And it feels, like I said before, it seemed like Kerri wasn't giving him that attention. And at the end of the day, he's a man. And we know how men are. They love attention, which we all do when it's coming from our spouse. But, you know, it's just those things you just have to compromise with when you're in a relationship. This was a cute little scene, you know, it wasn't nothing major. They just had a bit of a conversation. See Marie and her man Ced, baby, at his Art of Her Studio Academy. And she's there. He's about to get ready to dye his beard and stuff. And so she's there helping him. She said that they met in cosmetology school. So Latrice is not Latrice. Marie is a jack of all trades, baby. I ain't mad at it. And we learned that his school is right next to his house, which is not like, it's an ideal situation. You ain't got to worry about no gas. You can go home when you need to. You know, it's a cool little setup. But Marie has issue with this because Cedric has cheated on her multiple times in the past, and she feel like with him being able to go straight home, that's temptation. And she's like, oh, you need to get rid of the bed, because I know a lot of different people that been in this bed. I'm like, what type of people, Marie? Let me quit. What type of people, girl? Do they look like us or what? But nah. But I'm like, who is cheating with Ced, child? But I guess if it's a shortage of men in your area, you take what you can get. I don't know, because But anyways, she like, he need to get rid of the bed because a lot of women have been in the bed. But I'm like, Marie, we just seen on the episode before, I don't know how this was recorded, but you was in the bed. You been in the bed, baby. That was the first thing you should have done, if tell him he had to get a new bed before you come late in the bed, because quit playing in my face. But of course, Ced doesn't want to get rid of his house because he's like, you know, that's, you know, he can spruce it up, but that's a spot to have his other children come home. I think he said something about having a child that's in school. So, you know, when he come home, his kids may not want to just go to Marie's house. He's like, this feel like more for home from them, which in that aspect, I hate to agree, but I kind of agree. If you have older kids and y'all haven't been together in a while, they may not want to come. You know, they may feel comfortable going back to his house. Still not a reason maybe he should keep it or not, but I get that point of view. Marie is like, I don't know what's up with these men wanting to keep their bachelor pad where they, you know, where they work at. She referenced Cliff wanting to stay where he works at, you know. So she like, I'm not understanding. So they get on the situation of the party, and of course we know that's gonna be the talk for a little bit. And Ced it's just like everything was cool up until it wasn't cool. He was like, they feel like everybody trying to ruin people's marriages. Was that the point? Of course, Marie, we know how Marie feel. And I think this is basically seeing us show that Marie, she really still feel a way about Latrice, but she's trying to put the stuff in the past and, you know, probably trying to be cool and cordial for the show. But when a person you feel like snakes you, you don't really just let your guard down. And they both have done stuff, Latrice and Marie, so I can see both of them feeling this way about each other. Let's just say that. But I did agree with Marie when she said that, you know, she felt sad for Lateshia because she's been in that situation. And like I said earlier, all these three ladies that's in this situation, Latrice, Lateshia, and her friend Amanda, have all dealt with infidelity one way or another. So to basically want to humiliate Lateshia, it's like, okay, y'all could feel how y'all feel about Latrice and y'all feel like she getting her get back. That's cool. But at the same time, y'all can't say this situation wasn't fucked up. Marie did say, you know, that having somebody come to your house and they been in your face. She's at your friend and come to Latrice's house and this is her party. Of course, the blame is going to be on Latrice and some of the blame anyway. But not only that, having Amanda be in Lateshia's face, like, we're cool when you been fucking with my husband or whatever the hell y'all got going on. It's an issue. And I'm sorry, that is an issue. If y'all, I'm not sorry. Let me just be clear. If y'all agree to that shit, then you got a serious character flaw. I'm just saying. If I'm gonna be in your face and cool and I'm calling you friend, sis, whatever, but we know Amanda doesn't like Lateshia from what she said early on when she was first telling them about the situation with her and Glen. She basically said, "Oh, Marie, I know Marie is cool. We know what we getting from Marie, but with Lateshia, we don't know what we getting. Basically, Lateshia is a snake." And that's fine. You can have those thoughts and feelings for Lateshia. But what you did was just snake behavior too. And so it's just like, and like I keep saying, it wouldn't be an issue for real if Amanda wasn't entertaining Glen. It's the fact that Amanda low-key really liked Glen. No matter how y'all feel about Glen, she liked that man. And she feel away. At the end of the day, Glen ain't right. His ass is not right. But I'm going to keep saying it. If Lateshia want to be a damn fool and stay with her man like all the rest of these women on these different shows, oh fucking well, can we find a different storyline? Because let them be damn fools. Like y'all keep, oh, she dumb, she dumb, she dumb. We know she dumb. Hell, she acting just like Lateshia Scott. And them. So it's like at the end of the day, they are staying with their men. Whether we agree with it or not, that's what they doing. So can we talk about something else? You wanted to fuck with her man and you learned that her man wasn't really going for real, and I'm gonna keep saying it, now you feel away. They show Kerri surprising Matt at the house. She has like a little charcuterie board set up and it's by the pool. And it's like a little date night, just chill though. Them two, she sent the kids off, and yeah, she gonna sit there and basically winding down her man, and ain't nothing wrong with it. So he's excited about this. From their conversation, it seems like that they've been together like on and off since they were 16. It sounds like at some point in time they wasn't together like the whole from 16 up until now. It seemed like, she may have went and did her thing and he did his thing, and then they came back together, because he did say, since we've been back together, y'all gotta listen to the keywords. He did say, oh, nobody has did anything like this. Well, Kerri hasn't. Y'all listen to those keywords. So it sounds like they may have, wasn't together at some point in time and then came back together, had kids and stuff, and decided, that they want to be with each other. He's saying that she's the one person that he wants to basically spend his life with. She's feeling the same way, and they're trying to get it together. And I don't think it's anything wrong with this. I actually like this scene because this shows that, whatever they got going on, they are committed trying to figure it out and, be with each other. And they want to fight for each other. So I thought this was a nice scene. Like I said, it's clear that they probably they said they've been through a lot together, which you can expect. If you've been with somebody from when y'all was 15, 16 years old, that's a long time. Up until now, I don't know exactly how old Kerri is, but I know she has to be at least late 30s, probably early 40s, if not older. So I know that that's a long time to be with somebody and nothing, and then especially that young. It's not like they got together when they was 30 and they've been together 15 years, these many years. They got together as babies. So I know they probably had, they ups and downs, and they said that. So to see them come back together or to work on whatever it is that they feel like they are missing from their relationship, I feel like was a good scene, especially with all this other shit that we got going on with Glen and Cliff and all the rest of the husbands on the show. So yeah. We are at the final scene and we see Glen and his stepfather painting, and then Lateshia comes out. She's like, they haven't been talking to each other, but she needs to talk to Glen. So the stepfather gives them their privacy and he leaves. But before Lateshia came out, he was telling Glen how much of a good man he is. And child, okay, whatever. But we know how they go. So Lateshia talks to Glen, and basically Glen is like, the people around her is the issue. Basically, Latrice is the issue. She bought the situation with Antoinette, the baby. Now this with Amanda. Then I just can't help but think like, okay, you know, I do see Latrice her wrongs also, but Lateshia, you've been wrong. You did the stuff to Akeisha and stuff. So it's just like, I get it. I see all the stories. Do I feel like Glen is innocent? I'm gonna keep saying it. No. Do I think Glen is a manipulator? Absolutely. But Lateshia love his dirty draws, baby, and she not leaving. So at this point, we are beating a dead horse. I just feel like these storylines are just getting tired. He cheating, she crying, you look a damn fool, you gonna leave him, she don't leave him. We just gonna keep talking about the same shit. Like, these storylines are tired. You want to stay, stay. A lot of y'all are judging Lateshia, and y'all are just like Lateshia. So I really don't give a damn at this point. Like, is this all y'all have going on in y'all relationship besides Glen getting caught cheating, Lateshia, you taking him back, y'all break up or separate at the point of time, you go on 2 dates, y'all get back together, you recommit yourself to him every year, he make a fool out of you. Like, can we talk about something else? Amanda, you full of shit. You wanted this man. You wrong. Latrice, you wrong because this was your friend. You let this shit play out at your party. That's it. That's all. Like, can we talk about something different? It's clear all 3 of them played in Lateshia's face. Lateshia, you gonna accept Glen? Quit talking about this shit on the show, because you just making yourself look like a damn fool. Like, let's just be clear. If you gonna stay with him, stay with him. A lot of y'all are judging Lateshia, and y'all put up with the same bullshit. Like, so it don't even matter at this point. Like, do I agree with Lateshia's stand? No. Do I agree with Lateshia not getting on Glen ass like she's supposed to? No. But is it this my relationship? No. And yeah, I'm a viewer, and I have that sense enough to know, like, you can do better, and I'm not fit to put up with this bullshit. I know that, but do she know that? I'm just saying, keep it off our TV stream if y'all not fit to leave. But we know this is the show. So this could be how they make their coin while they sitting back laughing at us. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like all 3 of them are wrong. Latrice, her friend Amanda, and Glen. Glen and Amanda the wrongest. Glen, he's definitely wrong. Lateshia, you should have got on Glen ass. You letting him skate by too. He gonna hold you, watch you cry. We gonna be good, and he gonna be on to his shit the next time. And then not only that, Glen, you don't even have enough fucking sense to not even cheat with somebody so close to home. Like, baby, these storylines have gotten on my nerves. So on the preview of next episode, we finally see Tamara and her man, which y'all know I was asking about that earlier on, because I'm like, where's Tamara and where's her man and her baby? Because Tamara, if that's the case, if you're not gonna be on here talking about nothing, then why you a part of the show? But you know, we gonna see them, so I'm cool. I'm happy about that. Kerri, we see Kerri gonna ask the ladies to go on a little vacation, a little trip or whatever. We see Latrice and Lateshia basically speak, and Lateshia says that she feel like all 3 of them played in her face, which I'm glad that she's seeing it this way, because I know a lot of y'all was saying that, oh, she mad at Latrice, she ain't mad enough at Glen. And yeah, I have my thoughts about that. I feel like she didn't show that, she didn't get on his ass enough on this show for me, for the viewers. But Latrice still not out, you know, Latrice did play her part, and they did all 3 play in her face. So we'll see what happens next episode, y'all. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.